as of now, until the rest of my life, I am banned from going to a community center, Hamlin Community Center. I can't go there anymore, the rest of my life. You know, there's two things on this ticket. They don't put a date for expiration. Some people say it's good for a year. Well, that's hogwash. It was a political thing that got me this by Councilmember Gina Bibbins. But how do you appeal it? Right now, I've called 5 times to the DA's office. He won't return the call. Police say go to the DA. DA says go to police. Well, I tried the police. Our police chief, Neil Noakes, he runs out the building. I chase him with a camera. He won't talk to me about this. I want this off of my head. You got it? I can't file assault charge against a police officer. Internal Affairs won't return a phone call. How can you even make a report when they won't return a phone call and the chief of police runs out the door? City manager, highest paid employee in the state of Texas. I chase him around the building with a camera too. He won't return a call. That's embarrassing. You are an embarrassment, believe me. We need some real people down here to run this city. Fort Worth's a $1.7 billion business, and it's run by these people. The assault charge happened in District 5. 3 people are running that race. Gina Bibbins and 2 other candidates are running. This one's heating up good. One of the candidates got removed from a public building by police. They used the police to remove him because they didn't want the candidate in the public building at the public meeting. That should be against the law. The other candidate, a pastor, his house got 30 rounds of gunshot into it. Shot up 30 times to try to scare him out of the race. That's different. The only one that's not suffering in District 5 is Gina Bibbins. Can anybody vote for someone that would take away your right to speak here? We don't speak at council meetings anymore.
See something, say something. Well, I've seen a lot, so now I'm going to speak on it. Manuel Mata has been arrested more times in the city of Fort Worth than need be because each arrest, as you well know, wasn't supposed to be. That's not good police. You want us to trust the police, you want to build a bridge with the community and the police, and then you have incidences like that. Yeah, it's not going to work. It doesn't gel. To watch 5 or more police officers arrive on a scene of filming the police is despicable. If he had a knife or a gun or he was threatening somebody, I could see you calling in 5 or 7 extra officers to deal with the situation. He was on a public sidewalk doing what is illegal, but yet he was arrested. That's not acceptable.
How awesome they are and that they're the best police force ever. What are they hiding when they try to not let us film? Why do they arrest us when we're filming? Well, Mata, he's not the only one that's been arrested from filming. We have several of us that have been arrested for filming. Always arresting us for interference with public duties. And the statute reads, and it's in black and white, it says, a person commits an offense if that person with criminal negligence interrupts, disrupts, or impedes police in their public duties. Also, written right into the penal code, it says it is a defense to prosecution under this section that the interruption, disruption, impediment, or the interference consisted of speech alone. So if we're just talking or yakking at them, they're not supposed to be able to arrest us for that. The other thing I wanted to touch on was what Bob was talking about as far as trespassing goes. He was talking about how he can't seem to find out how to fix it. We tried that already. We can't figure out how to fix it either. We've been to the district attorney, we've talked to lawyers, nobody seems to understand it. So you can be trespassed from a public building, but when you're trespassed from a public building, you have to be committing a crime. You have to be disorderly in some way or committing some sort of crime. But they're just kicking us out of buildings just because, and that's a violation of your 14th Amendment. If you're gonna just kick us out just because, you might as well put in the black water fountains and the white water fountains again.
It seems like no one's understanding this whole thing with the police, so I'm gonna try to make it clear, okay? I've tried internal affairs. I have about 25 complaints that were sustained by internal affairs, but it didn't stop them. I went to oversight police monitors. I have about 6 with them. It was the same way. They agreed with the internal affairs. They still didn't stop, right? Their only argument with me is how I talk to them. That because I raised my voice And to me, that's trying to get them out of their little trip they're on, right? Because in their own policies, they state when they approach a suspect, they have to gain control, compliance. And one of the key things that they always say, we're allowed to use force to gain compliance. So whether it be assertive, we're allowed to punch them, we're allowed to pepper spray them, we're allowed to tase them to gain compliance. What's happening here is they're getting mad because of the way I talk to them when I'm explaining to them what is the penal code that I am violating by standing right here filming y'all. So I've asked for help that y'all provided. But y'all keep getting reports that say y'all need something different because it's not working. So those that want a community oversight, it's needed, because what y'all have is a police chief that'll come down here and try to explain that he's involved in the community. He is not. I'm the biggest person that understands this problem because my focus is in Central Division B and A and the South. I can tell y'all about a story about the South Division where they can't even understand what they found in an officer's locker. I am getting arrested. I've been arrested 8 times for filming in a public space. And the only thing that they're mad about is because I raised my voice. I'm assertive. And I tried to explain to them what Turner versus Driver and the actual penal code, which I have. I have everything. I even have your 97-page report, your own policies. I studied everything. But why am I the bad guy? Because I'm pointing out a problem that no one wants to talk about, and y'all had 2 years to figure it out. And I can go further back if y'all need me to. I stick with facts, black and white, where it's simple.
Thank you, Mr. Mata. Council, that's the last of our speakers this evening. Meeting is adjourned.